finishing off the season like we did last year. It carries on into pre-season, and the lads have always been quite buoyant, and you know, we're enjoying our training, we're working hard towards that first game of the season.
A few trialists, I believe, you've got knocking about. Will any of those feature in the game, do you think?
Again, I don't really like talking about trialists because I think it's a very disrespectful word to some of the players you have. Yeah. These are very much senior players who've had great careers, so to call them trialists is probably not really correct. So we've got lads in training with us that we're looking at. You know, the squad will be picked tomorrow. It is very much preparing for that first game against Sheffield Wednesday. You know, so we'll just be giving different lads a go, different formations, probably different opportunities for different people, like all pre-season games really are.
How seriously these guys you got training? Are you serious looking at kind of signing them, or are they just training to keep fit? Or
you're not going to get me on this one. You're not going to get me on this one. Again, it's at this stage of the season for lads who are weighing up their options. Being in a club's working and training can be good for them. If an opportunity then comes for them to possibly join someone else, then they're fit and ready to go, and a possibility might for them to join us. So it's basically a door that's open both ways.
How fit are the players? Have you got any injuries? Not in terms
of the trialists. No, sorry.
The senior, no, your players that you have signed and contracted to your club. How are they?
I think nowadays one of the big things about the game, the lads genuinely turn up in good shape. You know, the modern day footballer now does look after himself a lot better. You know, they do. You know, they're very conscious of diets and food and the weight and body fat. So, you know, pre-season's probably a thing that, you know, will end up going out the window. It's more of a reconditioning type of period rather than a pre-season. You know, so in general the lads are very good. You know, they're all very conscious of how they look nowadays, aren't they? So, you know, we're all looking very good.
You haven't picked up any knocks then yet?
One or two, the normal ones that you have. You know, obviously Sammy's been away. You know, Dan Burns just coming back from that little operation that he had, and you know, Christian Walton's just about to join us. So it's still very much got a long way to go to come together.
Yeah, we've seen Samy Morsy in the building on his return from the World Cup. You've had a chat with him already. How is he?
It's great. It was a great experience for Sammy. It was great for us as a club to have someone representing us out there. You know, I think the fans enjoyed watching Roberto and his journey in the World Cup. You know, certainly Sammy had a key part to play in the Egyptian squad. So it was really good to have them figures out there that people can relate to.
How could that give him a boost for the rest of the season, Sam?
I think Sammy's a very confident lad anyway. Do you know, I think when you're travelling and you're going into them competitions, especially if you can get minutes on the pitch, you know, for a self-confidence level to go up, I'm sure it does. You know, but Sammy's a very focused lad on football anyway. I'm sure he'll be very driven at the start of the season to lead us on to hopefully a successful season.
Tranmere up next. Is it just a case of trying patterns of play, just seeing how everyone is and that type of thing?
Yeah, without a doubt, just to come through with no injuries, to go over there. Sammy have had a great season. Mickey's had a couple of very strong seasons over there. You know, it's just an enjoyable, friendly, that's what they are. You know, so to go over there and, you know, for ticking of the box, the lads are off then over to Lacala for the training camp, which would be good. It'd be great to get away. And I was going to say do some warm weather training, but we haven't had any bad weather, have we? So, you know, that'll be a good break. And then obviously there's a couple more fixtures, Chesterfields and Glasgow Rangers, which is a cracker for everyone. So obviously we can finish our pre-season on a high.
What is the benefit of going away to do warm weather training? What do you get out of it that you maybe can't do in Britain?
I think a lot of the time the warm weather one was the key. You know, for be guaranteed weather to train and work on your shapes and stuff. Also for lads, for me as a manager, a time to get away, and if you have got new players, it integrates them into the group. You know, as I say, the days of booze-filled trips and that are well gone now. You know, lads will go out for a meal together and stuff like that. It is a lot more professional a game now, so it's an enjoyable week away for lads just to sort of outline what we plan for next year, what we hope to achieve, and you know how we're going to get there.
Will those players who are training with you, who aren't members of your full-time squad yet, will they be joining you on that trip?
They're going to Tranmere tomorrow, so we'll let you know after Tranmere whether they're joining us on the next one.
In signings in general, how's progress being made?
Just keep working away. I say all the time, it's what we do. So as a club, obviously, you're always working away. I think supporters are always wanting a good signing. The players want a good signing. It's how football clubs are. The manager does. So, but sometimes all the sort of circumstances have to be right. You know, we'll just keep working away behind the scenes on them sort of things, and then hopefully, if we have news to give you, then he'll come up.
You mentioned Dan Burn injury. What's his exact status? Is he?
He's doing okay. He's out on the grass now, Paul. I would imagine he'll feature. Not tomorrow. I would imagine certainly at Chesterfield he'd look to be involved for sure.
What did he have done?
Just a little keyhole stuff, like a groin type of thing.
Okay.
A little bit of hernia type stuff in there, a camera and a little bit of a tidy up.
Yeah.
You know, that he felt at the end of the season, you know, but it just didn't clear up. So it was better to go and get it done then.